everyone, welcome to Crocheting with Jill. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to begin this crocheted corner to corner Minion versus Evil Minion scarf. It's a cute little scarf for little kids with some little arm tabs and hair tabs sticking out to make it a little bit fun. This tutorial is intended for beginners, intermediate crocheters, and also for advanced crocheters who may be new to the corner to corner technique. I'll be following along with the pattern using the Adobe Acrobat app, marking the diagonals with my finger as we go. We're going to work from the lower right corner of the scarf to the upper left corner of the scarf. Each block, using the method that I'm doing, consists of a chain 5 or chain 2, followed by 3 half double crochets. So we're going to begin the scarf with a chain 5, we skip 2 chains, and then we work a half double crochet into each of the last 3 chains. Okay, now it looks kind of rectangular, but as you work through the corner to corner method, your scarf will come out with each block being perfectly square. Now whenever I'm working on an odd diagonal like this first one, which is just a single block, I'm actually looking at the back side, and then when I come down on the even diagonals such as diagonal 2, I'm going to be looking at the front side. So I'm going to work another 1 block in this blue color or peacock color, and then I'm going to switch to black. So to extend, I'm going to work another chain 5 and skip 2 and do 3 half double crochets into the last 3 chains. Now when you're looking at it, it looks like this. We've got to flip it up so that we are looking at it correctly, so that we're going down the diagonal. I need to switch colors here. Now whenever we are on an even diagonal and we are looking at this front side of the scarf, in order to connect the new color and have a nice clean change, making one side the front side of your scarf and the other side, the back side, looking a little bit messier, to do this, you're going to insert your hook from the back to the front and pull in the new color from the front side of the scarf. So here's a completed Minion scarf. This is the front side. You can see the squares look nice, clear, crisp, and clean. The back side is just a little bit messier, but you know, it's a scarf, so it's two-sided by nature, so that may not matter to you at all. Anyways, if you do want to have one side or your front side looking a little bit cleaner, insert your hook from the back to the front so that the new color is always pulled in from the front side of the scarf. So we're going to hook in the black yarn, pull it through, and pull that blue yarn nice and tight. And we're going to hold our end of the yarn onto the back side so that all our ends are on the back side. That partly just makes it easier for you to differentiate which is the front and which is the back side of your work. Now this is the first block that we are working into an existing block, so we only need to chain 2, and then we can work our 3 half double crochets into the chain 2 space from the first block that we made. So this is the front side of the scarf. You can pull that black nice and tight as well to help it have a nice clean color change. Now we are ready to go up the 3rd diagonal. This is where this particular Minion scarf gets a little bit unique. One option for creating those little arms that stick out is to crochet them later and sew them on. I'm calling those tabs. And you can see on the Evil Minion side there are more tabs. There's 2 arms and multiple little places where his hair sticks out. It's pretty cute. Here you can see what that looks like on a completed scarf. There are several little tabs. So again, one way you can do it is to crochet them later and sew them on. That's what I did on that green scarf there. Or you can crochet them as you go along. It's kind of a fun way to do it and a nice little way to increase your crochet skills. So you can see those hair tabs there on the cute little orange and purple Minion. Absolutely adorable. So let's take a look at our pattern for where we are at right now. We are about to work up the third diagonal. It actually has 4 blocks technically. Starting with black, we'll work 1 block. Then we will switch to the blue. And then we're going to switch to a new piece of yarn for the 3-block black arm. And we're going to work both of those blacks all in one long diagonal. So first, let's extend the width of the scarf by doing a full chain 5, skipping 2 chains, and working 3 half double crochets into the next 3 chains. One thing I'll mention here is that a lot of people do like to have nice organized systems for yarn when working corner to corner crochet projects. I'm actually not doing that on this particular project because it's so small and the color changes happen so quickly that if you're new, don't worry, you can just keep your yarn attached to the skein and cut it as you go. Now here we need to flip the previously done work up so that we are looking at the back side, and we're going to connect that first block from diagonal 3 to the block that we last worked on diagonal 2. We need to put the black yarn towards us so that it is coming out of the back side of the scarf. And here we are going to switch colors to blue. Every time you switch colors, if you want that nice, crisp and clear color change on the front side of your yarn, remember to bring in the yarn from the front side of the scarf. To do that, since we are looking at the back side of the scarf, you just insert your hook normally from your front to your back, which is from the scarf's back to the scarf's front. Pull in that blue yarn to attach it to that chain 2 space from the black block on diagonal 2. Pull that black nice and tight. Then we're going to chain 2 and work the 3 half double crochets into the chain 2 space from the last black block of diagonal 2. Make sure that as you do this, you are crocheting over that carried blue yarn as you go. The scarf is 2-sided, so if you do not crochet over your carried yarn, it's going to show on the back side of your scarf and it will look kind of tacky. So make sure you crochet over that little piece of blue that you carried along there as you do that first blue block. Pull that blue end towards you, and now we need to switch to black again. We're only doing 3 blocks. When I'm doing a small amount like this, I'd use a rough estimate of a half a yard per piece, so you need roughly 1.5 yards of black yarn. I've already pre-cut a piece here, but you can do it however. Okay, we're going to bring in that new black color by inserting our hook from my front to my back, just like normally. Bring the yarn through. Pull that blue nice and tight. Pull the end towards yourself so that it is hanging out of the back of the scarf. Then we'll do a normal chain 2, followed by 3 half double crochets into that chain 2 space there. And now we have completed the normal diagonal 3, which has just 3 blocks. But we want to do this extra piece here for the little arm tab. There's nothing to crochet into here. We're extending out from the normal scarf, so we're going to do a full chain 5 for this arm tab. Again, skip your 2 chains and half double crochet into the last 3 chains to create the arm tab. Now the difference here is in how we attach this to the previously done work. So what we're going to do is flip up the previously done work. Watch carefully. Now as I flip it up, we're going to keep that arm tab kind of out to the side instead of rotating it and connecting it as if it were the top piece of diagonal 4. It's not. Keep it just like that. Now we're ready to start the 4th diagonal, which starts with 1 black block. We're coming back into the main scarf. Normal minions wear blue, by the way, but my kids requested orange, so I did an orange clothing for this minion. Anyways, I'm not starting a new block here or a new piece, so we don't need to chain 5. We actually only need to chain 2. What's different here is that the chain 2 space of that arm tab is on the far other side. So instead of chaining or half double crocheting into a chain 2 space, we're actually going to work the 3 half double crochets around the first half double crochet of that black block. But no one will ever know the difference. You will not be able to tell at all. So there's the first block of diagonal 4. Now we're going to switch to the Minions clothing, which I did in orange here. We're done with the black. You can go ahead and cut that yarn there. Since I'm looking at the front side of the work, I will insert my hook from the back side to the front so that I'm pulling in that orange yarn from the front side. And what that does is it hides that little black piece on your hook there, you can see, so that that's showing on the back side of the scarf instead of the front side. Although it really doesn't matter, it's just kind of a personal preference thing. So pull that orange or Minions clothing color to the back side of your work, chain 2 and half double crochet into the chain 2 space from that black block below it. Now I'm coming down diagonal 4 and you can see the little arm tab sticking out there. Now we're going to switch back to black to do those last 2 blocks of diagonal 4. I'm going to use the same piece of black that I had before, so I'm just going to drop the orange, insert my hook from my back to my front, and attach that same piece of black that I was using before for his legs. Pull that orange nice and tight there so that that little tab does not show. We will work 2 blocks in black here. After this block, you're really just going to work normal corner to corner crochet for a little while. The next video will be for the next difficult part that you encounter, which is up here at the Minion's shoulder. There's a lot of complicated carrying of yarn that occurs through that little section. So you can follow along on a video to make sure that you are covering up your pieces as you crochet along and that your scarf looks great on both sides.